County Attorney General investigating strip club owners accused of violating workers' rights. Not being given sick leave, that's a clear violation of DC law. But then the added indignity of asking for sexual favors to access such a fundamental right as being able to take paid sick leave is really abhorrent.
I'm just saying, like, sucking dick for sick is is filthy work, bro. It's like, no, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Like, let her take her PTO without taking her clothes off.
They say you running plays, that's Ishtalk. You say you getting
My
paid,
best
that's
friends are transgender.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of The Lord Show, Ishtalk TV, live from the DMV, doing how it's supposed to be. This is DMV News. This episode, we're talking about my voodoo neighbor burns down the apartment. Well-known strip club in DC exposed for having sticky fingers. And Oxon Hill Dusty stabs wife to death. And an update on our story before about the #1 sex offender in Northern Virginia. But this show, I got my wonderful, beautiful moderator, Leslie Olabisi.
Hey.
Well-known, award-winning voiceover. And my man, the legendary King Tink, be in the house. My man, tell the people you got a show coming up.
Yeah, on the 22nd of this month, which is this week. I don't know if that's Thursday or Friday, but I'll be in Baltimore and on Guilford Avenue. Yeah, and show starts at 7. Go to my IG. I have it up there, man. Make sure y'all come through.
Yeah, you did a show with what's that? Salvo?
Ooh, oh, Starvos?
Starvos.
Yeah. He did a pop-up show. That shit sold out in 15 minutes. It was just me and him. That shit was dope.
Nice.
Man, congratulations, brother. You've been doing it for a while. I just want to say, keep going.
I appreciate it.
And you was on our show back in 2019, before the pandemic. So I gotta give you a lot of credit. Yes, indeed.
I told you Bobby Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. I did it at his house. I thought he was trying to set me up when he was
Talk about follow me. It's right
there.
there.
Yeah, he was like, follow me in the back.
It's right down here, homie. It's right down here, homie. All right, but y'all, what's going on in Gotham City, aka DC? We got actually all around the DMV. We got cops getting shot at in the precinct, and we got cops getting ran over by ATVs.
Oh my gracious. And covering up, turning off body cams, running through crime scenes. It's a mess. But in Hagerstown, let me be specific so that people from DC do not want you to call Maryland and Virginia DC. So in Maryland, Hagerstown Fire Department.
Go ahead. I just want to say before you get to DMV news. Did y'all see the video of the woman getting ran over? The old woman getting hit in the car in DC.
Yep.
No.
And she went flying, and the person drove off. So we always talk about on the show the different types of drivers, and so I'm just gonna add that to DC.
It was probably from Virginia though, because everybody know people from Virginia cannot drive.
Man.
Y'all cannot drive. Every time somebody is destroying traffic, you look at the plate. They're from Virginia. Stop in the middle of the street. Like, hello, turn in right from the middle lane. That's what y'all do. So God bless that woman. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family.
Thoughts and prayers.
All right.
Yeah. And let me ask you, who's the worst drivers in the DMV? Let me ask you, B.
DC.
Thank you.
Guys,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
DC.
Right.
Specifically Southeast DC.
They don't drive that fast. As Virginia. Virginia are the worst drivers. Maryland are the fastest drivers, and DC are the slowest drivers.
Okay.
Everybody knows that.
All right.
All the speed limits in DC is either 25 or 35 miles.
He said Southeast. Particular. Why you say that?
If you see a scat pack in Southeast, run, nigga. And mind you, she said Virginia's the worst drivers. No, niggas on Virginia tags are the worst drivers.
Thank you.
Lies. It's always
no, they're not Virginia.
It be people.
They're not Virginia dudes. They're not Virginia dudes. They're from DC and Maryland.
Well,
they from DC and Maryland. If you got Virginia,
let's get
they
to.
are of European and Asian descent.
Oh, no,
Behind
oh
those
no,
Virginia
no,
tags.
no,
It's from
no.
men
It's,
from
I see a lot
DC,
of Africans. I see a
Virginia,
lot of Africans
they
stopping
have
in the middle of the
Maryland
road.
tags. Yes,
Okay,
but we're talking about states. We're not talking about just
okay.
okay.
You brought
Yes,
it up.
my
Okay,
brother,
all right.
my brothers
All
and
right.
my sisters.
Mm.
Yes,
No,
okay. But if you
especially
want to
Ebos. Come
sanctify,
on.
Oh, the
Okay,
Igbo
okay.
some
All
Africans.
right.
are, so I don't claim them.
Okay. All right.
But if we talking about from state to state, everybody knows Virginia is the worst.
All right. But let's go to the voodoo in Hagerstown.
Well,
Who'll be doing that?
a Maryland woman sets apartment on fire and barricades herself in the rental office. Hagerstown Fire Department and surrounding departments responded to the Ridge Apartments on March 14th around 4:00 p.m. Upon arrival, firefighters discovered smoke coming from the three-story apartment building. Tenants of the complex escaped after a fire alarm had been activated. 45-year-old April Naisha Howe of Hagerstown, Maryland, was arrested at the scene after investigators concluded that she was responsible for intentionally starting a fire inside her apartment, then temporarily barricading herself inside the Ridge rental office. They contacted Howe inside the rental office where she told them she was performing a seance before the fire broke out. They also learned that Howe removed several fire extinguishers throughout the building prior to the fire. Howe was charged with first-degree arson, first-degree malicious burning, malicious destruction of property over $1,500, and reckless endangerment. She is currently being held without bond.
Baby girl.
What do y'all think about this story? Because
I
I see
think
some holes in it. What do y'all think about this story?
by her name, I could tell she was black, right? And I like the progress that black people are having in America. You know, because cause now
Every time you're gonna have to tell me what you mean by that. But go ahead.
we're doing white crimes now. You know, you feel what I'm saying? Like
That's the
arson's
process.
never been us.
That
Arson's
sounds
never
like
been
that
us.
sounds like backsliding.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of impressed, man. I've never seen a black person do arson before. You know?
Well, here's the thing. I don't believe this whole idea that she was doing a seance. That's just like somebody just sprinkled some sauce on that story. It doesn't make sense. You doing a seance instead of just trying to burn the building down, then why would you remove all of the fire extinguishers?
I thought she used all the fire.
No, it says she went around removing. Let me go back to the line.
Because,
She removed several fire extinguishers
she planned
throughout
that.
the building before the fire.
That tells me rent was due.
She said, "I'm about to cut this short."
She's trying to burn. Maybe she was tired of the games that those people be playing in the rental office. I lived in a building like that. It's called Warman Court, formerly known as 14th and Clifton. I don't even know what the original name was, but the apartments at 14th and Clifton, those people were playing with us. So I understand why she wanted to burn that bitch down.
I don't think she had.
But she's also very stupid. She got caught. I don't know why she stopped in the rental office. None of it makes sense. So she might be off her meds.
Ain't that weird though? Ain't that weird? Like all the people that was in like slow classes when we was in high school, they just out here now.
They just out here, just taking
Where
the
did
bus,
you go?
Just doing shit.
normal jobs, working at Target, working at Subway.
They're gonna be in the real world with you. Why are you surprised? Why is that a surprise to you?
I want them to be my neighbor.
I mean, they were sitting next to you in class. What would have changed?
Oh, they wasn't sitting next to me. They were sitting next to some people though.
No, they were sitting next to me. I remember being in detention and the dude with problems, he brung in his mom's crack. He was showing everybody his mom's crack. I mean, like drugs, not the mom's
right,
crack.
Right.
I just remember seeing that. I'm like, damn, that's that lead poison. That's that lead water.
That's it. It's paint chips, man.
But can you imagine, like, you are in your apartment
So
just chilling?
Where was the teacher at your class when she had crack rock, and what was she doing with it? Was she banging it on the?
No, it was a dude named Daryl Washington. He was just showing everybody the crack. I already seen crack, so I was just looking.
Where was your teacher at? That don't.
They wasn't in.
What school did you go to?
Michael Jackson.
were supposed to be good.
Michael Jackson told you they don't really care about us.
They
I was
don't.
in the Virginia public schools. They didn't care.
I
But
don't.
back
I
to the
never heard of
story.
no Virginia
Can you
school.
imagine? Can you just imagine being in your apartment 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you smell some feathers burning or you hear somebody speaking in tongue? Like, I don't got time for that shit. I just got off work. That's why one of the things I don't get about when you're in an apartment, you got to be mindful of other
You do.
people. You can't just be banging and just be burning shit down like that. The whole building had to get evacuated, all because
I'll
you want
be
to burn shit.
I think she wanted to burn the building down, and she burnt. I don't know how much of it got burned down, but that's what she was trying to do. There was no seance. There was no accidental candles burning the nothing. The lady wanted to burn it down. She probably had an issue, and now she's going to Yale.
uh, I'll be surprised seeing somebody running with 2 fire extinguishers out a building that's smoking.
Out the building on fire.
She's 45 years old. She was carrying. Somebody knew something. Somebody saw something.
Where's her child at? I know she has somebody. Somebody's embarrassed right now.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, because they will comment on this video and then they're gonna send us. They're gonna tell us, put this video down. I got lawyers, just like they did with the other videos. But fuck it, we up here.
What video they said to take down?
Of
The one where you said Home Depot and I laughed.
it was the one about the funeral, the shootout in the funeral, and
They
the
told
girl,
you to take it down.
yeah, because I wasn't there and I need to shut the fuck up.
Well, did they tell News Channel 7 to shut the fuck
Exactly.
up? Did we get this shit off the internet?
I didn't kill nobody. I'm just reporting. But let's get to DC, man.
Moving right along to the DC.
So that was Maryland. Let's get to DC,
DC Attorney General.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all let them strippers.
We said, from burning down the apartment to
strippers.
Burning ones.
Let me tell you something. Strippers and prostitutes, and I'm not saying they are the same. Okay, let me just be clear. But strippers and prostitutes make up a very important segment of our population from days old time, since the beginning of time. And they deserve to be treated within the realms of their hired job.
Cheers.
Okay, so DC Attorney General investigating strip club owners accused of violating workers' rights. So in DC, his name is Brian L. Schwalb. You know he's not from DC, right?
He Jewish as hell.
Today sued Cloakroom, an adult entertainment venue, and its owners, Antonios Cavacilios and Carlos Horcasitas, for systemic violations of the district's civil rights, employment, and consumer protection laws. The Attorney General said in speaking with employees, prosecutors discovered club management stole hundreds of thousands of dollars in tips and wages from employees by cutting how much they should have received in tips and forcing them to clock out before they were done working.
Wait. So say they rounded. They did the average of how much you was going to make.
Hold on.
Damn.
Let me hold up. They sell hundreds of thousands of dollars. By forcing them to clock out before they were done working. Why would you work, clock out, and then keep working?
What would you do if your son was at home crying on the floor?
Because he's hungry.
You know what I'm saying?
And the only way to feed him.
You know what I'm saying? Sleep with a man for a little bit of money. You know?
Well, okay, let me keep going. The female employees, I thought the chicks at the strip club was like gangster, like don't fuck with my money, run me my money. They got their people, they got the trash bags picking up the, you know what I'm saying? They'll clock a bitch if she reached for $1 that's not in front of you. They got the zones marked off. Cloakroom. Where is Cloakroom? Is that on Connecticut Avenue?
It is K Street.
K Street. The one they closed and then reback at the Busboys and then they reopened it again. Oh, that's a shady joint.
Wait a minute, it used to be a Busboys?
No. So it was, I thought it closed. Maybe it never closed, but I've been to that strip club before.
5th Street and K Street.
So Yeah, that place is shady though. I could have told y'all that.
Well, it sounds like when you was reading it, I was like, man, I seen this movie before. This is Players Club. Like, I was like,
the
it's owned by
female
Bernie
employees,
Mac.
the female employees also alleged they were inappropriately touched while working at the K
Oh
Street
no.
establishment
Oh no,
and
sir.
required, in some instances, by a manager to perform sex acts just so they could take sex leave, according to Dennis Corkery, the assistant chief of the Workers' Rights and Anti-Fraud section. Not being given, this is a quote, not being given sick leave, that's a clear violation of DC law. But then the added indignity of asking for sexual favors to access such a fundamental right as being able to take paid sick leave is really abhorrent. That's what the man told WTOP. And I will
So
say, y'all men, y'all are very nasty. And y'all don't have
Yeah.
no
It,
problem asking for women to do all kind of nasty sexual things for you
no, 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 no,
without
no.
no shame. Like you just think like, oh yeah, oh you want that? Suck my dick. Oh, you want to take some leave? Give me some head. Oh, you
Look,
want the actual hours that you work?
hold
Give
on,
me
hold
some
on,
head.
hold on.
Oh, you want overtime? Give me some head. Oh, you want Friday night off?
Hold
Give
on,
me.
hold on, hold on.
If I'm lying, I'm flying,
Oh,
and I ain't off
go ahead,
yet.
B.
no, I'm just saying, like, sucking dick for sick is 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 filthy work, bro. It's like, no, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Like, let her take her PTO without taking her clothes off, man. Come on,
Yeah, her
man.
PTO.
Come
You
on,
don't need
man.
a
Like
yeah.
that's not cool, bro. And you taking her money too?
Ooh,
Yeah, no,
you went in hand over fist.
yeah, that's pimping at that level. That's sex trafficking.
And then on top of that, are the people that spoke out,
Mm-hmm.
the women that spoke out, the managers, they wouldn't protect them when a customer was like harassing them.
Oh no, see that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And
so
then
they're losing all the way around.
so for this place to be named the best of DC 2021 adult entertainment,
That's because they was the only ones that was still open. Everything else done closed after Corona. That's all that was.
and it was the first strip club in the country to offer a sports book. So they were betting.
What? They was all over the place. That's the
Wait a
daggone.
minute, wait a minute. You say it has a sports book? You can do
Yes,
parlays there?
yes. They're over and under bitches.
Let's see. The lawsuit also claims Cloakroom deceived customers through. Oh. The lawsuit also claims Cloakroom deceived customers through a Cloakroom branded fake currency called Cloakbucks, which
Oh
customers
no.
used to tip employees, and the establishment would hold on to 10% of the tips received when they were converted back to
They had their
cash.
old crypto over there.
Nah,
They
nigga,
they
they
they they,
doing
That,
they,
meme
they had the
coins,
crypto hoe.
yo.
that is definitely
They had the
your own.
crypto hoe.
That that's a meme coin, ain't it?
A representative with Cloakroom DC said it is currently reviewing the allegations. What, that's not saying anything.
That's
That's
what
like,
that's when you know when you already been got. You like, yeah,
we're
we're gonna see
currently
in
reviewing
court.
the allegations. Okay. He said, we look forward to proving in court that we run an upstanding district business, providing top-notch service to our customers and treat our employees with professionalism and dignity. That's what the cloakroom said.
Now do this.
Sexual.
Oh,
Do
go
y'all
ahead.
think that this is true? Do you think that these girls just made it up? Or do you think that it's false? Because, sometimes, now I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Sometimes men do get accused of doing things that they did not actually do. And because y'all are
No,
so nasty
nah,
and we can
nah.
believe it, people just automatically assume that it's true. And then we later on find out that she was
Do me a
lying
favor.
all the time.
Do me a favor, beloved. Can you read me those names, please?
Antonios Cavasilios. He could
He did
be
that.
Greek.
He did that.
Yeah, he definitely did it.
He did
He
that.
did it. He did it.
And
What's the next one?
Carlos Horcasitas.
He watched.
I
Yeah.
like
He
Yeah.
Spanish.
watched.
Yeah.
You watch?
He
Matter of
watched.
fact, I think Liam Neeson killed his brother in Taken.
He had a very particular set of
All
skills.
right. So B. So what you think, man? Do you
So
have you
you think
been
that
have you been there? Have you
lie?
been there? And what do you think about the DC strip club scene?
Is there still?
Uh, I
Which
have not been there.
okay.
I have not been there. Do I believe the women? Yes, because that's too specific a detail. But I am wondering, when the women do go to court, do they use their stripper names or their real names when they go? Like, it's like
Ghana.
next to the stand is Diamond. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but yeah, man. No, I've never been there. I only go to classy places.
There's
You know
no
what
such
I'm saying?
thing as classy strip joint. Let me just tell you right now.
I only
That
go to classy places with great wings.
You know what?
that
If
shit
these
don't
if
exist.
these women need any representation, come holler at me.
Come
I
on.
will holler at you.
It doesn't sound
I
so.
will
Here's
work out your
what I
stories.
find interesting. It doesn't for two men that say y'all believe this story. I mean,
Hmm.
you're not really putting a whole lot of respect on these women's names. I mean, if you believe them, what kind of justice do you want to see happen for them? How should they be made whole after all this money being stolen, after
Mm.
them being inappropriately and disrespectfully propositioned on a regular basis, and having their civil rights denied? What do you two think they should be awarded?
Well, first of all, they'll never be made whole because they were strippers, right? So they're gonna be broken
There
for a
was
long.
all right.
Let's just be real. let's just let's just be real. Let's just be real. If you stripping on the Tuesday night, man, you got some issues, bro. You got some issues, and you need to let that hurt go.
But then,
But
wait, y'all started this off by saying that they have. I asked y'all about the race. Y'all trying to make me feel bad. They got
Because what you say? What did you say? What did you
I said,
say?
what rights? Is there like some special stripper rights that they got violated? That was me asking you because I hadn't read the
No,
thing yet. I just read the
you made it. You were feeling like they were just like he said. They're broken. So
no, that's not what I was referring to.
that's what you
I
said.
saw I think I saw inappropriate touching her. I'm like,
Okay.
what? Like when I think of
The
being
strip club
in
touching.
a workplace when a woman complains, it's like you're being touched. So I'm like, if you're in a strip club and you're being touched,
mhm.
that can't
But you
be.
know, you know,
And then
you know,
when I
women.
read it, and they
Uh-huh.
said, if you want some time off, give me some head. If you want Friday off, give me some head. Oh, you
That
sick? You can't work? Give me some. That's different.
You want the best time slot? Let me get in your slot.
Bam,
Mm.
just like that. So
I think
what
I
do
think
y'all
that's
think?
money. I think that's
So
like
what do y'all think they should get? How should they be made whole or
they,
partially whole?
I don't know. They need to be compensated monetarily.
I think yeah.
I mean,
How
The
does
the
yeah,
one even prove how much money was stolen out the pot with such elaborate schemes? I mean,
mm,
they basically have like a mini money laundering system within with
right.
that whole cloak bucks thing.
that's why I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trying to do something special, like for the community, and I'm trying to use strippers to do it too. And
Mm,
like, I got a nonprofit called Fat Asses for Fat Kids,
mm.
and it's where I get strippers to
FAK
dance. And then that that
FACK.
money that money they use, I use it to fund vegetables and stuff for after school programs for obese children.
Mm.
Those fat asses for fat kids. So
So
y'all can
you
hit me up at King Tink on IG if y'all want to donate to fat asses for fat kids.
mm.
So
We're
you know
doing this
what?
for America.
You know what though?
I think I can go behind that.
Did y'all ever see Killer Mike's triggered trigger
Yeah,
warning on
yeah.
Netflix? Did you see the episode where he was? They like was given a test and it was taught by like a regular teacher, and then the scores, and then it was taught like it was like porn or strippers taught it, and the people actually scored higher, even the women.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
There might be something behind that. I could definitely get behind like recruiting strippers, right, for a
Mm.
private tutoring, like a tutoring business where. But see, how old do the people see? It's got to be adults. It got to be like CEUs and like trade association stuff. It can't be like children.
Yeah, get me.
But you know what I'm saying? And then
Your first wood,
they
building
come
wood,
out
or
with
something
like
like
a
that.
little
Yeah, I got you.
whatever, and they're like, pay attention, and they crack the whip thing on the back.
CDC.
But then the
I think that's gonna.
material, you know what I'm saying? It's on the thing, and they got the flashcards and stuff.
I
Like,
think that might lower the autism rate.
Yeah, like learn whole math.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's move. Let's move on back
Hold
to
on.
America.
Yes, we got Leslie Olabisi in the house. We got King Tink in the house. We got B More, aka Princess Amunda. Leave a like and a comment. This is DMV News, y'all. We are looking for sponsors, but shout out to C&D Catering. Shout out to Pots and Pans 420 Catering. All right. So let's get to our third story. We're going to Oxon Hill. Oxon Hill, stand up. Where you at?
Oxon Hill man arrested for stabbing wife to death. On the morning of March 15th, a friend of 33-year-old Lanaya Donaldson called police to report a domestic dispute inside Lanaya's home in the 1100 block of Kennebec Street. A few minutes later, PGPD received a second call, which was from 38-year-old Kenton Donaldson, the husband of Lanaya, officials said.
Bam, 2 calls in.
Well,
Right? So we got a friend called, and then the husband called.
The dude called.
Okay. Now, when PGPD officers arrived at the home of Lanaya, they found her suffering from multiple stab wounds, and she was pronounced dead on the scene. You know, someone once told me that I interviewed, they said the most dangerous place for a woman is in her husband's house. Kenton told police he fled the scene following the stabbing and drove to a relative's home in Virginia.
He went across the bridge.
Wait.
They said they told the
So
that
where
cousin
was
said, "Why you bring that shit over here?"
he went right across the Woodrow Wilson.
Right across that bridge.
Don't bring that shit over here.
The police said, with the assistance of the Fairfax County Police Department, they found and took Kenton into custody. Kenton was charged with first-degree murder and other related charges.
We're gonna, before I say what I say,
Rest
in peace to the sister.
Rest in peace to Lanaya Donaldson, 33 years old.
It happens very often. And I have to say, I've been looking at these stories for a while, and it feels like Maryland has the most dusty, bitch-made dudes out there. The ones that are putting their hands, killing women. Compared to VA, they're just pedophiles. DC, they're just reckless. But Maryland, you guys are shooting your women.
Building cars underneath the stairway, burying them in the yard, abusing. Yeah. See, there's something about when you get married, there's this whole kind of thing.
They wasn't even married.
I don't agree. They were married.
They were married?
Yeah, it said husband. Yeah, it says wife, beaten wife to death. There's this thing that I know growing up that I used to always hear when they say stay out of married people business. But to me, that sounds like contrary to the success of your marriage to a degree, right? Because when people don't know when nobody knows anything, somebody can treat you any way they want to. And if you had all these people show up when y'all got married, you had bridesmaids, the best man, the maid of honor, the pastor, you had the people, all
the one girl,
all the people that's there to witness your marriage. In my opinion, those same people are supposed to be invested in the success of your marriage. That's why you don't invite.
I like that. I think that
wedding and stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you need to keep the light shining to a degree, but there needs to be some element of like a light shining in your life so that a person can't take advantage of you, or the darker nature that might come out of a person because you're isolated, you know, separated from your friends, moved to a new town, whatever the case may be. It happens way too often, in my opinion.
That's a good point. That's a good point. B, what you think, man?
What I think ladies should pick the bear. For real. Exactly. Because hey man, look, man, I ain't gonna I know I'm a dude, but I see these stories too, right? And men as a whole, we ain't shit, man. We ain't like Like seriously,
That is
we
so
ain't, man. I be seeing so many headlines. I be seeing so many headlines. I'm just like, dude, dudes are just terrible, bro. Like just
yeah.
across the board, man. And yeah, man.
What makes dudes not terrible? Is it your mama? Is it your family? Is it your friend group? Is it
I,
a good woman?
I
What
think
I
it.
kind of,
your
I,
wife?
I kind of think it's inherited. It's just different levels. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
Once a man beater is the whole generation. It's in hereditary.
You think it's hereditary for a man beater? I don't know. I knew about one man beater, one woman beater that was a man. And I was just like,
In real life.
yeah, I was like, damn, dude, like, yeah, we could see you and shit. Like, it was weird.
Let me ask you this. Did
Hmm.
you say something to him?
Yeah, we pulled him off that mother. We was like, what are you doing,
Well,
Listen,
that's rare because
nigga?
most
You
of
know
the
what
time
I'm
when I
saying?
hear people, when I hear men talking about men beating on women, the number one thing that I hear them say is that no, I'm not getting into them people business. Men know how to mind their business too good for my comfort and my
Well,
opinion.
look.
And they say, and the number one thing they say is, well, we could get in the middle of that, and then either she might start beating on you, or in the next day or the next week, she right back with him. So what was it all for?
Well, that was because
That's what I hear.
that was a friend at the time, and it's like
So you
I don't
felt
want.
comfortable
I,
because
yeah, I
you
felt like, but like I've been out and I've seen some crazy stuff.
yeah. And you're like, I'm not getting
Sometimes I'm a mind my. I seen a stud beat up her chick.
you did,
Yeah,
and
that's a
then
gray area, right?
yeah,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
I
yeah.
understand that. I understand that it's this difficult, and it's like, how do you define what is a person specifically supposed to do? But what I
Yeah.
do know is the fact that nobody ever does anything is why people are comfortable beating bitches in the street. That's what I do know.
Well,
That's a
I think they just suckers anyway. Like I
Whether
and
yes,
they're suckers or
yes.
not, it's called it's
No.
called positive reinforcement.
What do you
When
yeah.
your
mean
behavior, meaning when your behavior is that encourages the continuation of said behavior,
of the
that's
woman?
positive. For instance, if I'm walking down the street
Uh
and
huh.
I turn my head to the right and I see a dude smacking or beating a girl, now that don't mean I'm not gonna necessarily throw my body in the
Just say
middle of
something.
that.
Hey, stop
But if
that.
I say that's fucked up, or look at this something, say
Uh,
something, right? That lets that person know, wherever they say whatever back, that lets them know that their behavior is not appropriate. But if they can continue that behavior
do you
and
think
people keep
someone is
walking by,
recognizing that when he's publicly beating
that's
someone? He's
what
gonna be
I'm
like, oh, someone said something. Let me stop. He's already crazy.
I'm not.
He's already fucked up. Just like B said.
I
To
hear.
but
I hear.
to stab someone like that is
That's
personal, but
crazy.
it's for your wife. And then just like you said, I think the girlfriend, she's the first person that called. I mean, the girl's friend, because she knew something was up. But like I said, men, I've
She
been
might have
there.
been there. Maybe she
I've
was
been
there.
there. I wanted to knock my wife to the wall. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Uh
plenty of
huh.
times I wanted to. I'm a type of dude that
Yeah,
I
Lee.
bite my lip when I get mad. You know, my lip almost came off one time. I understand how it is, but I'm not
Uh
going to
huh.
do it. You
Yeah.
don't
And
hit a
also
woman. You
and
don't get the
also you
last
don't
word,
know
B.
you don't know if like I'm pretty sure if this escalated to this point, I'm pretty sure like police were called before at that place, most likely, right? And if that's the case, you never know. The dude neighbor could have called like three times.
Mm.
It's like he's whooping our ass again. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there are dudes doing stuff to try to uh counteract that, but also the world we living in today, if he's beating her ass, he'll kill you.
Mm. Oh,
You see
yes,
what I'm saying?
yes.
And then you gotta protect yourself too, because the
What
murder
is
rate in Baltimore, DC high.
I'm just saying, y'all are men, and she's at the end of the day, y'all are men, and she's a woman, and these are women. And
No,
I'm not
yeah.
talking about the women that go around cracking people upside their head with weapons. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you see somebody get punched dead in their fucking face because a dude lost his temper. I'm talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something that I'm
Nobody
also
says
gonna know. I'm putting
nothing.
myself in harm's way doing it too. Like I
I mean,
know,
you may
you
put yourself in harm's way, you may not, and I know that I don't have the right. I don't think we don't have the right to tell you that that's something that you should do. All I know is that the fact that people do this shit on all the time means that nobody, we are in a culture where we don't call people out. It's the same thing with all of these people that's going to jail. They let out R.
I
Kelly
agree.
in the jail for this, and Diddy went in for that. And now these people, they think that they revealing like this Gene Deal and this bodyguard and that bodyguard. You
Okay,
think
hold
that
on, hold on, hold on. You can't say nothing about Gene Dale. He
that
wasn't.
motherfucker is acting like he
I
is
know.
dropping
I
truth
know.
bombs.
He
He
said
was
he
there
he
the
said
whole
he said
time
he
and
was
all
never
this
there
stuff
when
happened.
Diddy was doing that stuff. But
Listen here.
but
Listen here.
oh no,
All people
he
that's
we
dropping their information and they've known the whole time. That's what I mean, that we have a
yeah,
culture
complicit. Yeah,
where
I
men
agree.
don't
Yeah.
say
I
or
agree.
do anything. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
We
Protect
so
black women.
yeah, protect black women.
Or
We
just, you
got
know what? Or
Maryland
just
and
put whack niggas on blast. Put bitch ass niggas on blast. If
and
that's a
that's what
bitch
we
ass
doing.
nigga,
That's what
then
we
treat him
doing. That's
like
what we
bitch
doing
ass nigga.
here. That's what we doing here. What's his name again? Uh
Fuck that nigga. We
yeah,
don't
that's his
need to
name.
say
Fuck
his
me.
name
All
no more.
right.
We move
So
on.
yeah, Maryland, they got serial women beaters, and VA
Serial.
serial. What I say?
Cereal.
No, I'm emphasizing.
Okay.
I'm doubling down. I'm not
They
correcting.
got
I'm doubling
bunch of
down.
O's. So yeah, all right. And we got that. And then Virginia, we got men wanna be women.
And be more stomping grounds.
My old school.
What's the name of your school? Wakefield High School. So funny enough, we reported on this story about what, 5 weeks ago?
Mhm.
About 5 weeks ago, reported on this man, Richard Kenneth Cox.
Cox.
He's facing more than 20 charges. Hold up, I pulled up some of the charges. So Kenneth Cox, he's facing 12 counts of sex offender being in proximity to children for loitering within 100 feet of a school property / gymnasium. He's facing 3 counts of a sex offender entering school / child day center property, 4 counts of indecent exposure, 2 counts of taking indecent liberties with children, and 1 count of identity theft.
He's transgender.
No, he's not transgender.
He
He's a
says he
homeless
identifies,
man
but
that told somebody he identified as a girl and was allowed access into the locker room.
Oh, he ain't even a real trans.
He's not even a real transgender. No. Did you pull up the picture? He's
Yeah.
not. He's just a regular old dirty pedophile.
Oh, that ain't a trans. That's just
So
that's a dingy white.
let us update the people again. This was at Washington Liberty High School, Wakefield High School, and Barcroft Sports and Fitness Center. Not one, not two, but three. Chip, when you say how often does this abuse ever happen? I mean, this is just one person like doing it like 50 times over like a year or 2 years. So Cox allegedly identifies as transgender, and it is the Arlington County Board and the Arlington School Board's policy to allow people to use their restroom and locker rooms based on their chosen gender identity, which is what this person did.
His name is Dick Cox.
yeah,
And we call him Dick Cox. Mr. Cool, changed
yeah.
his name from Richard to Dick.
Nah, nah,
Concerned mothers
nah.
and women.
You transgender. Your name should be Pussy Box.
They got
He's
they
not
got they got him in the
her. He's
male.
a pedophile.
They got him in the man's jail in Arlington.
Nah, he's
And and can you last word? Can you tell can you read his statement that he put out when he was in court when he showed
I
up in
sure
court?
can. Cox wrote, gymnasiums have been places of social nudity dating back as far as the ancient Romans and Greeks. In a motion to dismiss the indecent exposure charge related to him allegedly exposing himself in a Planet Fitness woman's locker room. In fact, he says, nudity among the ancients was not always segregated by gender either. It was not uncommon for a male to be naked around women or a female to be naked around men. But unless the event was something like an orgy, it was considered nothing but platonic to have this social nudity. What y'all
nah,
think
he,
about
he
B,
needs to be.
we gonna let you get the last word, but I want to add on that in 3 different counties, this
Mhm.
man was well known. In Fairfax, they didn't do nothing. They heard about him and they just let him go. And then someone asked in another pool, like, can you stop them? Like, can you like do something about it? And the pool manager was like, yeah, we've been getting these complaints for months, but go ahead.
Um, I don't know. This is gonna sound bad.
Fish talk. Go ahead.
I just kind of hope he gets raped in prison. Like I hope that happens, and I hope his mother gets pistol whipped or something. Like, he needs to feel some pain, and I don't know what it is. It's like that's crazy to me, and for them to keep allowing this to happen is like a systematic failure. Like I don't know how he has all these charges and had all these charges before, and he's still out here.
Pop,
Like,
lock, and drop.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cox showing Cox all over Fairfax County.
Cox showing Cox all over.
Man, that's crazy to me, man. And you know, I have a daughter, man. Like, there would be no bounds of what I really hurt that individual and his family. Like that's crazy to me, man. So I man, no, don't like it.
Number one sex offender in Northern Virginia.
Well,
and he's making the real OG trans look bad. So you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you know,
he's just saying fuck it.
Yeah, you ain't even really trans.
My position is that everybody's saying fuck it. That's my position.
And it's too late now because Trump is in office and he can do that shit during Biden, but
Trump said there's male and there's female. Well, why do we need Trump to tell us that? Our common sense, the God-given common sense and biology that we've learned our whole life, what's in between our legs told us the whole life that there's a male and there's a female. But anyways, more.
These federal workers in DC, me and Leslie spoke about it earlier when it was first happening, and
Trump said, "Bring your ass back to work."
I know you got a lot of people that work in the area and in the federal. I know you come from money, so you know what I'm saying. So I know you like the military and all that stuff. So how do you feel about that?
Man, it's just terrible. First of all, it's terrible because traffic is terrible, right? And that's
Did you just say going back to work is terrible? I just want to make sure I heard you clearly.
Well, yeah, I would say for a couple of reasons, right? Because people that are able to work from home, right? They're able to get more done from home. Now people since there's so much traffic, right? And getting to work, people are doing hard cutoffs. So at 4:30, the niggas, the shit that would have been done is not getting fucking done. It won't get done till Monday. You know what I'm saying? And then the way they implemented it was fucked up. It was kind of like very fast.
So, the way they implemented which part?
As far as the return to work, because you got a lot of places, right, a lot of government buildings were built for telework. So people coming to work, there's not enough parking, there's not enough staffing, and then people having to deal with their childcare within like a 2-week time frame. You know what I'm saying? And it's already halfway during the middle of the school year.
You mean the same issues that Americans all over the country with all other professions have to deal with? Childcare?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
That same thing. And this is another thing. What the government workers are doing, like they're getting rid of a lot of people, right? And they're doing it unjustly, right?
No, that's a different story.
Yeah, well,
that's different.
But I mean, it's still part of the same story. They're just trying to
going back to work is not the same thing as firing.
Well, I know people that work remote. Like they was just doing the same work at home, but now they got to travel an hour and a half to get there with the same work they could have been doing at home.
But when most people get jobs, they got jobs in person. Yes?
Yeah, some people work for big companies that work remote too, though.
And I know that does exist, but my whole thing is like overall, the American workforce, how do you say, landscape is you get up, you leave your house, and you go and work somewhere at an office, a building, a factory, or whatever.
But that's why
changed.
But that's why the public sector is supposed to show the private sector how to work smarter, not harder. That's why they have better health insurance policies showing you how to treat your workforce.
Leslie, these poor people, they get put out they're getting kicked out. These government workers. But do you know who's looking out for them?
Who?
It's not these nice people. They're giving out food in DC.
Would you like some stew?
A group of DC residents are building community with a hot bowl of stew in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. Perpetual Stew is a community initiative that started March 1st.
community initiative started March 1st to the end of the month, giving out free food to anyone in need. We want to be present with the community, meet our neighbors, offer something positive in a time where a lot of us are feeling anxiety. People bring ingredients every day if they want to.
Ooh.
In the midst of federal workers being laid off, the crippling homeless statistics, and overall morale in DC, a co-founder of Perpetual Stew is on duty today giving
Oh, they
out
got the
food
dog there. Okay, no,
in the community.
no, no. I saw the dog there. That's the white people. See,
That
fellow
sound like it
workers,
look like
go
a
get your jumbo. Go get your jambalaya.
that sound like a
It's
terrible potluck.
Ishtalk TV.
That's
Leslie, tell the people where they can reach you.
Leslie O Live BC, Leslie O Voice, and Love Studios on YouTube. LOV Studios, one word, no E.
And your upcoming, you got anything upcoming, Les?
Upcoming. Well, I have recently, yes, I have recently joined the an exhibit for the illustrious contemporary artist Jack Whitten. He has a new exhibit, rest in peace, called oh geez. Yeah. He has a new exhibit that will be released tomorrow in New York City at the Museum of Modern Art. And I am the narrator of said exhibit mixed in with his own narrations. And I am excited about it. So it opens to the public March 23rd. Go check out Jack Whitten, the Messenger, at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City.
Tremendous. B, tell the people about your show and where they can reach you.
Yeah, so March 22nd, 7 o'clock, I'll be at the Guilford Hall Brewery. I'll be headlining the show with a couple of dope comedians, my boy Teddy K, Ray Hype, Mike Smith. Tickets $20. It's at 1611 Guilford Avenue in Baltimore. And I got other shows coming up too, you know what I'm saying, that I want to plug, but that's the one I have for this week. Y'all can follow me at King Tink, KINGTINK. It's everywhere, King Tink. You can follow me on ChristianMingle.com at Black Jesus Longstroke. That's my username on ChristianMingle.com. But nah, follow me everywhere, man. We got some big things coming up this year too. Yeah.
Tremendous. I will be here, staying black and running over police in my ATV. I'm Be More, Stay Black. Ishtalk TV.